Hello, and welcome to another Supernaturally Healthy vlog. Today, we're going to be talking about the 10 reasons why you could be so bloated. But if we haven't met yet, hello, nice to see you. I'm Kezia Hall. I'm a holistic health coach and I run Supernaturally Healthy, and I get really excited about helping people heal their bodies, eat some cake, and feel awesome in the skin that they are in. So over at supernaturallyhealthy.co.uk, you can find out more about my ebooks, my group coaching programs, and my one-to-one consultations. So make sure you give that a click if you're interested. Otherwise, let's talk bloating. So bloating is a big issue, and it's something that within our culture we think of as really normal. I know so many of my clients before they came and worked with me were bloated every single day, at the end of every single day, to the point where they couldn't wear their trousers by the end of the day, even though in the morning they fit. By the evening time, they would have to put on their pajamas because they were so bloated, and they dealt with this every single day. And guys, that's not normal. Bloating is a sign of inflammation in the body, and it's a way of your body telling you, hello, I need some help. I need some support. So if you're bloated all the time and you feel like you get it regularly, at least once or twice a week, then here are some of the reasons for why you could be so bloated. Number one is you have some sort of infection. I don't mean like, you have a cold or bronchitis or something. I'm talking about a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Maybe you have yeast overgrowth within your body, some sort of infection, some overgrowth of some pathogenic bacteria or yeast within your body that is causing problems. If you have that, that will be causing a lot of bloating. Those things can really irritate the gut, especially. They can also produce their own gases that can cause even more bloating and distension within the tummy. So that's number one. Number two is you eat like crap. If you eat rubbish foods, then often your body might not just be able to fully digest them properly, and it's going to make you bloated. Simple. Number three is you have an unhappy gut, otherwise known as your microbiome. If there's a lack of diversity in your gut, if you don't have the good bacteria, if you don't have some good yeasts and some good stuff going on there, then your body is not going to be happy. The bacteria within our gut, your gut being from your mouth to your ass, is really important. That's how we synthesize things like our B vitamins, B12 especially. It's important for our neurotransmitters and serotonin and for our immune systems. So if your body is lacking in that good bacteria or doesn't have enough diversity, then there can be a lot of issues, because the bacteria in your gut also really helps you to digest food. And as you can imagine, if you're not digesting food properly, then you're going to feel pretty crappy and bloated. Number four is you're addicted to sugar. If you have a sugar addiction, and this often comes with people that have yeast overgrowth and bacterial overgrowth that we've talked about, because bacteria and yeast love sugar. If you're addicted to sugar, then you'll just be potentially encouraging the growth and complete population of these pathogenic bad bacteria and yeast within your gut. Number five is you might have a parasite. Maybe you went away traveling to some beautiful exotic location and you got food poisoning. You've never been the same since, and you've been bloated since that point. Maybe you had food poisoning here in the UK and have never felt the same. Could be a parasite. Number six is you are stressed out of your nut. My friend, if you are stressed out physically, emotionally, spiritually, then your body is going to be in a more sympathetic nervous state, meaning your brain is going to be sending signals to your stomach to say, don't digest, we're so stressed. You don't need to put any energy into digesting food because there's a threat coming, we're so stressed out. So if you're stressed, it immediately impacts your digestion. Number seven is that you have food intolerances. Probably the most common things are gluten, dairy, soy, nuts, eggs, all of these things. If you have a food intolerance and you're eating those foods regularly, you're going to end up bloated. Number eight, we're on the home stretch now, is that you have low stomach acid. If your stomach acid is not nice and acidic, then you're going to have a lot of issues. It means your food could end up undigested and fermenting within your intestines, which can cause a whole lot of bacterial issues. It can make your poop not very happy and great. But if your stomach acid is low, it can be really, really problematic for digestion. It means you're not necessarily utilizing and getting the proteins and the amino acids from the proteins into your body, and bloating can be a sign of that. Number 9, that's 10, 9. Number 9 is you're tired. Now, there's no research to back this up, and I do like what I say to be backed up by research, but I've noticed if I don't get enough sleep, I'm way more bloated and I'm way more susceptible and sensitive to being bloated. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you need to start getting more. A minimum of 7 hours a night, but for me, between 8 and 9 is optimum. And number 10 is you need to have more fermented foods into your day. So we're talking things like kombucha, which I have some brewing up here. It's my kombucha. It looks gross. Tastes better than it looks. Sauerkraut, kefir. You can have kimchi. You can have water kefir, plain yogurt. All of that is fermented foods, and that can be really, really helpful for helping beat the bloat. So if you are struggling with bloating, it could be because you're not eating any or enough fermented foods into your day. So I hope that has been really helpful, and just know that being bloated and feeling uncomfortable in your body isn't normal, and you don't have to live with it. So I hope you take action on any of those points. If you have any questions, then let me know in the comments below. And if you want more help with the whole sugar thing, maybe you feel completely addicted to sugar, but feel like getting rid of sugar means you have to say no to like brownies and your favorite treats and being that weird person that eats celery, then fear not. Make sure you click below to download my free Natural Sweetener Recipe e-guide, which is a comprehensive guide to all the great alternatives to refined sugar, plus some of my most popular and favorite recipes, things like brownies and smoothies that are going to help you create one naturally sweet life so that you can beat the bloat. Otherwise, I will see you next week, guys, for another vlog. Lots of love. Bye.